Hello everyone, welcome to Accounting 210. In this video, I'll talk about the multiple choice of chapter 6. Sorry, I'll just use this one. It's the combined all the chapters. So let's go through all these multiple choice together. It's a total cost increase indirect proportion to volume. So that will be our variable cost, right? Next one said, so what's the mode for this? So it's the fixed cost because one mode you can put different units. So that's fixed cost. Next one, the slope of the line we said up in textbook, even that paragraph is the variable cost per unit. Okay. Next one said, if the x is the unit and then y is the total cost, then that means the more units you produce, the more cost you will have, right? Because you will have more direct labor, more direct material, those things. So you will see a line like this, higher, more units, higher cost. Next one, question 6 said you per unit within this. We said for per unit, the fixed cost goes down and the variable cost constant. For the mixed cost, it also goes down, but it's not in the proportion with the volume. So fixed cost in proportion, fixed cost decrease, right? Fixed cost decrease. Mixed cost decrease, but not in proportion. Variable cost is constant, yes. Next one, question 6. Never be used with a fixed cost per unit. This is from chapter 2. You have been practicing a lot for this in the active duty. A sales commission, we said sales commission is a variable cost, but it's also period cost because it's not production. Next one, we said if you have everything mixed cost, then it will be variable plus your fixed, right? Variable plus your fixed. Next one. This said the coefficient on the intercept is 120. So intercept is your fixed cost. Coefficient on x will be the slope is 13. So y equals 13x plus 120. One more unit increases, cost will go by your slope, which is $13. Okay, so this is $13. Next one, question 10. You have a monthly base, you also have variable cost, so that will be the mixed cost. Question 11 and question 12, they are from the same fact. So we look at this, we said you have high and low method. High, we make sure what is x, what is y. X is your labor hour, right? So x 14,000, then your cost is 40,000. If it's 8,000, then it will be $25,000. So that is x and y. And then from there, we got our slope. The slope is based on x. So it's y minus y divided by x minus x. You get 2.5. So we said y equals 2.5 x plus your f. And then we just use one of the x. We pick 14,000 and 40,000. So x now equals 14, y equals 40. We get the f has to be 5,000, I believe 5,000. Okay, and then so your y will equals to 2.5x plus your 5,000 plus your 5,000. Sorry, I missed the 5,000, the 1,000. Question 12. Once you get this model, we said, hey, make a prediction. Now your x is 12,000. Your x is 12,000. Instead of x, you use 12,000. So your y will be 2.5. Instead of timing x, now time 12,000. And don't forget, we add our 5,000 fixed cost. That will give you 35,000 as your predicted total mixed cost. Next one, question 13 is still the same high and low method. Make sure you really know that you use high of the y difference minus high and low difference of x. You get the slope, and then you just pick one x and y. So when your x is 7,200, so your y is 7,200, your slope is 3.5, your x is 1,200, and then you get your fixed cost is 3,000. So your y equals 3.5x plus your 3,000. And when your x is 1,500, you use this actual number to replace the x. You will get your predicted total cost is 8,250. Next one, question 14. Answer is B. So regression is more accurate. Is more accurate, and the regression can be used by other companies. There is no requirement for which company can use regression. Difference between absorption costing is that how do we treat the fixed manufacturing overhead? Under absorption costing, we put it part of your product cost. Under variable costing is part of your period cost. Which is true. We said contribution margin is organized, which is not true. It's organized by cost behavior. We said variable cost and then fixed cost. Operating is always the same. We said no. When production is more than sales, operating income under absorption cost is higher. All fixed costs, including fixed manufacturing overhead, expensed under contribution margin, yes, because they treat all the fixed cost as the period cost. Contribution margin is sales minus variable cost. Next one, talking about what is the total contribution margin, is your total revenue, 200,000, minus your total variable cost. So you have a total product cost, you also have a total operating cost. So 3 plus your that one and times the total units. So your total contribution margin is 160,000. Last one, what is correct for each income statement? With a variable cost shows contribution margin, absorption cost shows the gross profit, variable cost shows contribution margin, and then absorption costing shows gross profit. It doesn't show contribution margin. So those are the things in chapter 6. Make sure chapter 6 one more time. Variable cost, fixed cost, high and low method, Excel output, how do you read, and then variable costing and absorption costing. Okay, let me know if you have any question. If no question, I see you in the next video.